Good morning, happy Saturday. The hand gestures still freaking me out. Stop it, Fernando. Yes, my TGIS. Thank God. Goodness, it's Saturday. My last day of my long ass day of one of my 3 jobs. And it is what it is. Your friendly neighborhood conservative ex-con here, Fernando Rivera Jr. Yeah, I'm a junior. With the common sense and random shit show. I was contemplating whether I was going to come on today. I was going to sleep a little more and just whatever. Because I got to go to work right after here, after putting the stuff in the description. But also, I didn't upload anything because pretty much everything is available online without the BS. So, breaking news. Maybe. That's why there's question marks. Because if you haven't heard it and you hear it from me, it's breaking news to you. Just saying. So, yeah. It's a shit show. That's all I got to say. And I'm sure we've all heard it. This wasn't supposed to start this way. I was supposed to do it another way. Let me see if I could change it up. I got to remember which one it was. Let me move this a little bit because... Yes, I'm closer. You get to see this handsome 53-year-old, almost 54. That cornball. Anyway, morning, everyone. So today, let's talk about something. I'm sure we've all heard in the news about the CEO that got caught cheating on his wife the other day. That's too bad. It sucks a lot. So Babylon B's got a really good advice for anyone that is considering cheating on their wife. Let's share. Avoid getting exposed cheating on your wife with your HR chick at a Coldplay concert or anywhere with this one weird trick. Have you found yourself wondering how you could, you probably already see it, how you could prevent the shame and horror? Having found out that you've been being unfaithful to your spouse, what the heck was I say? Canoodling with a fellow executive of your company at a public event. Our simple trick is, all it takes, don't cheat on your wife. Like magic! Following the one-step process, and you'll be guaranteed to never be caught cheating on your wife with your HR chick at a Coldplay concert, ever. Or anywhere for that matter. Don't cheat on your wife. I was talking to one of my coworkers yesterday, Dylan. He was like, I just wouldn't be able to be comfortable if I cheated on my wife. I agree. I just know anybody that would do that. It's a piece of shit. Sorry. Now, since we're on Babylon B, January 6th, worst catastrophe event, whatever you might want to call it, in history, where Capitol police officers were killed, and it was so bad. But Babylon B, actually, they have a movie, if you don't know, and they actually have a trailer. January 6th, the most deadliest day ever. And you got to check this out. This is pretty funny. Let me, I forgot this was out. It was a little while ago, obviously. It's a couple months old, maybe almost a year, I think. But this is the trailer. Check it out.
Hiroshima, Nagasaki, the heat death of the universe. These are some of the deadliest days in history. But none of them compare to the most deadliest day. January 6, 2021. Coming soon in the most epic movie event since Robot Jocks, Left Behind, or maybe even Son of the Mask. The Babylon Bee investigates the darkest day in the history of democracy.
Where were you on January 6th?
In January?
I don't remember.
Storming the Capitol, baby! No.
Scary stuff like this happened.
Okay.
So on a scale of 9 to 10, How terrifying was what you just witnessed?
3? I don't know.
We go on location. We bring you 100% true facts.
Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was murdered over 7 times.
We ask the tough questions.
Is it true that you have a Jewish space laser? This is incredibly boring. Could you explain it to me using Marvel characters?
We even go face to face with the scariest criminals you'll ever meet.
Are you the dangerous insurrection man?
Who's asking?
We're in. Into the lair of darkness I go. Darkness because he's a Republican, not because he's, Never mind.
Shame! Shame!
This fall, the only way you can save democracy is by becoming a member of the Babylon Bee. So you can see January 6th, the most deadliest day.
Where were you on January 6th?
I was in that mob that was going into the Capitol.
As I said, a couple of months old. So yeah, let me it's comical though, because one thing I can't stand is these piece of shit liberals, when one of them talks about Capitol police officers died because of January 6th and the insurrectionists. There wasn't one gun in that whole event. At least they didn't find any. Not that they looked, because they were too worried about their lives. Only one person died. Remember? Ashley Babbitt? Let's remember her name. And it was by a piece of shit Capitol police officer that shouldn't even had a gun on his person. Ashley Babbitt. Don't forget it. Patriot. That's all I'm saying. Not no Capitol police officers. It's ridiculous. Every time I hear a piece of shit Democrat say that Capitol police officers died because of this, or risk my life, when some of them weren't even there. But it's ridiculous. It's how they are. Anyway, I'm going to switch this up. To this. I actually gotta switch this up as well, because it'll throw everything off. Wah! Magic! Just saying. This is my favorite part of the show, which I like to call, oh God, I sound like an idiot, random shit on X. Breaking news? Maybe. Some of it maybe. Oh, come on, dude. Work. Okay, there it is. Sorry, I'm where I even though I have a laptop and I have the little mousey thing, and I was talking to one of my coworkers, he agreed with me. He was like, I hate using that little pad thing. So yeah, I got a little mouse. Works better, especially with my big, fat, giant hands and shit. Anyway, let's get to it. Random shit. His dancing abilities could not stop the riot.
Well, if you're going to stand in between rioters and cops, you should expect friendly fire from both sides, from the back of the dome to the front of his soy titties. And now walking away like a war victim in a movie and takes a shot to the egg roll. Involuntarily cock blocks the rock. He now enters the walk of shame with a little bit of pain. Come on, man, you're old enough to know better than this.
You gotta love that shit. Oh, God. Thomas Sowell, one of the geniuses of our times. I've often said there are 3 questions that will destroy most of the arguments on the left. The first is, compared to what? The second is, at what cost? And the third is, what hard evidence do you have? Genius of our time. Now,
Democrat.
Let's see here. The rules are simple. I don't watch the video. I just post it. Let me know how it goes in comments.
Are not coming to save you. One of my coworkers told me the other day, well, aren't Nazis extinct? And I was like, bro, you know our country helped them escape, right? And then do you not think all of the white supremacists that we have to intermingle with every single day aren't Nazis.
Is it just me, or is there hair color change involved here? Huh.
Because that is literally a Nazi. When you believe you are superior to another based on phenotype, you're a Nazi.
Liberal logic.
When you vote for policies that you know will unalive black and brown bodies, and that's exactly why you vote for it, you're a Nazi. At this point in time, the Nazis have never been flourishing.
Holy shit, she goes on for 6 minutes and 30 seconds? Hell no. Can't listen to that idiocracy. Oh, the idiot. Anyway. Guy in a drive-thru gets told by worker that the car behind him called the store to warn them that he is a Trump supporter. They're nuts.
All right, so tell me what just happened.
The people in the back of the car right behind you said that you're a Trump supporter and just to let us know.
So they warned you
Yes.
that the car in front of them, which is me,
Yes.
is a Trump supporter.
Yes. Sir.
And what do they think you were supposed to do with that information?
I don't know, treat you differently,
Wow.
but that's crazy.
Wow,
how
that is.
society is now.
Do you see how Democrats are and liberals?
Yeah.
They're so mean. They're trying to get me bad service because of my political
That's
beliefs.
crazy.
I know.
Smart.
That is truly shocking that the car behind me
Oh, is that Adam Francisco?
saw my Trump 2024 sticker on the window,
I think it is.
alerted the Dunkin' Donuts team that I'm a Trump supporter, as if that would have some kind of impact. Democrats and liberals are the most hateful people. And what I've noticed is this person's not even pulling up behind me. Oh, there they are. There they are.
You think that's who that was? I'm so blind I can't read it, but I think that's who that is. Looks like him. Walkaway campaign. My father had to go through the back door to get a sandwich. Now I'm a Republican congressman in a white majority Texas district. That is America. Wesley Hunt, Black Hawk pilot, retired, who is one of the most badass congressmen in the U.S. out of Texas.
What was behind the rightward shift of black men toward Trump in the last election?
I think I touched on that a little bit. I think whenever you have a candidate like Kamala Harris that clearly was not the choice of the Democrat Party, when she got shoehorned into that space, and then you tried to roll out Megan Thee Stallion and Lil Jon, the East Side Boys, and everybody was trying to say, hey, black men, let's vote for this now. I mean, it just really didn't work.
Well, most of them still did.
Well, one in three black men. 1 in 3 black men in the state of Texas voted for President Trump.
Okay, well, let's use men in the state.
Well, I'm being very specific here because it does matter. We are seeing a seismic shift, and that's the most vote, the highest vote that we got in the Republican Party in the history.
No doubt about it. Trump did better with minorities across the board. Trump is putting the Robert E. Lee name back on buildings. I mean, are you down with that?
So when I was at West Point, I actually lived in Robert E. Lee Barracks when I was there. And as I said,
Robert E. Lee went to West Point.
Yes, he did. That's why the barracks is named after him. And so my brother, sister, and I are matriculated through West Point. We all graduated. And I'll never forget walking under the threshold of Robert E. Lee Barracks and think to myself, damn, this is one hell of a country. Because only in America can someone like me walk into a building named after a Confederate general and then be a successful West Point graduate. If we start changing the names on buildings, then every single building would be named Jesus Christ based on perfection. Let's talk about where we have come from. Well, maybe not to you, but to us. Maybe not to you, but to us.
A lot of them, some of them would be Moses.
Depending on where you're at. I bring that up because I want to talk about the progress, and the idea of us changing names on buildings actually doesn't harken us back to times where they weren't as good.
And statues,
and how
too?
can we not? Oh, I am. My wife is. I've been black my whole life.
Yes.
So far, still. My wife is white, and we have 3 biracial children, and I cannot wait to show them and take them to places that wasn't always the case. There was a time when your mother...
You know, I got to say something, because Officer Tatum, another black conservative, and others that are black conservatives, you could tell a difference when you speak to a black conservative and a piece of shit liberal, because a piece of shit liberal will concentrate on what he believes to be the major race in a biracial relationship. Like his kids may be biracial, as this gentleman here just said. He's black. My wife's white. but his kids are biracial. That's a conservative, common sense way to look at it. A liberal, my kids are black, just because he's black or she, or whatever it may be, but I'm sure one of the sides will say it. And it's kind of crazy. You can tell when you may not know someone's politics, but if they're biracial, or black or white married couple, and they start talking about their kids by what race they are other than biracial, they're most of the time they're liberals. Just saying, it's just kind of food for thought there.
Mother and daddy could not be married. My children are going to have the opportunity to be second lining down in New Orleans, and then my wife is from Iowa. They'll be on the farm with their grandfather in Iowa. That is America. Yes. And I do not want to take down these statues and change the names of these buildings because they're a reminder of what was. And if we don't remember it, we are doomed to repeat it. My district in the great state of Texas is actually a white majority district that President Trump would have won by 25 points. As I said, I'm a direct descendant of a slave. My great-great-grandfather was born on a Rosedown plantation. I am literally being judged not by the color of my skin, but by the content of my character. That's the progress because, a lot of white people had to vote for me. A lot. So I don't even ever want to hear Whoopi Goldberg's conversation about how it's worse to be black in America right now. That's a bit far. And my father, who's 75 years old, he was a man that was in the French quarters that had to go get a sandwich to the back door of the building. And his son is now a United States congressman in a white majority district in Texas as a Republican. That is America. That's America.
Facts. And I love hearing a black conservative when they speak, especially, obviously, he's an intellect, he's smart. Should be more than a congressman. Just saying, could you imagine this guy would have been the first black president instead of the fake, Hussein Obama, whatever, who may be going to jail soon, if you haven't heard. Let me skip this. Check this out, guys. I love this.
Next
piece of
year
shit
will be our last season. The
Get him
network
out.
will be ending the
Ready?
Late Show.
Are you ready? Get him out of here! Get him out of here! Get the hell out of here!
Yeah,
You gotta
I share
fire
your
him
feeling.
like on The
It's
Apprentice. You
not just the end of our
you
show,
did a
but it's the
lousy
end of the
job.
Late Show on CBS.
You did a
I'm not being
terrible,
replaced.
terrible
This
disservice
is all
to our
just going
country.
away.
You get fired when that
And
happens.
I do want to say,
Get fired. Get the
I
hell
do
out
want
of
to say
here.
that the folks at CBS have been great partners. I'm so grateful to the Tiffany
Yeah, get
Network
him out.
for giving me
Get
this
him the hell
chair
out of here.
and this beautiful theater to call home. And of course, I'm
Get
grateful
him out
to
of
you,
here. Get out.
the audience, who have
Get
joined
him out of
us.
here. Yeah, get him the hell out of here.
Every night, in here, out
him
there,
out of here.
all around the world,
Throw him
Mr. and
out.
Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. I'm grateful to share the
But
stage
we
with
don't
this
want
band
you
who's always
here,
over every night.
and you're going to get the hell out very soon. We're getting you out.
And I am extraordinarily, deeply grateful to the
Everything
200
woke
people
turns to
who
shit,
work here.
okay?
We get to do this show.
Look at what's happening.
No more bullshit. Whoopi Goldberg, Republicans want to bring slavery back. When you, this woman is caca. Shit. It's ridiculous. I'm sure you've heard, if you haven't by now, and this is breaking news to you, this is possibly the most alarming act of treason since the Lincoln assassination. For an outgoing president to engineer a coup against a succeeding president is unthinkable in America. I knew Tulsi Gabbard would be the most effective cabinet member, and she's hot.
Important issue, and I just want to start by saying that this is an issue that is important to every single one of us as Americans. This is not a partisan issue. It has to do with the integrity and the strength of our democratic republic. And it lays out this over 100 documents that you're referencing that I released, declassified and released, spells out in great detail exactly what happens when you have some of the most powerful people in our country directly leading at the helm, President Obama and his senior-most national security cabinet, James Comey, John Brennan, James Clapper, and Susan Rice and others, essentially making a very intentional decision to create this manufactured, politicized piece of intelligence with the objective of subverting the will of the American people who in November of 2016 delivered a historic victory to President Trump, defeating Hillary Clinton and President Obama and his...
Don't forget, people, this woman here, two genders, was running for president as a Democrat.
Team, their goal was to essentially not accept the decision of the American people and to use this manufactured, politicized intelligence as a means to enact what would become essentially a years-long coup against President Trump. You have gone into great detail over these years of what the effects of this document and this decision have resulted in. Obviously, a years-long Mueller investigation that cost taxpayers almost $40 million, 2 congressional impeachments, endless smears and attacks against not only President Trump, but his family. He had senior members of his team who were investigated, some arrested and jailed. We had heightened and increased tensions between the United States and Russia. The list goes on and on about the consequences of President Obama and his senior cabinet members politicizing intelligence once again, and I say these words very clearly, to enact what was essentially a years-long coup, subverting the will of the American people in that election in November. Now, you referenced this this President's Daily Brief document.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit. I saw this yesterday, and I was like, wow. There should be no excuse. These people should go to jail.
Russia hoax was a hoax all along, but pushed it anyway to sabotage the Trump presidency. DNI Tulsi Gabbard declassifying pages and pages of documents showing Obama's intel guys briefed him just weeks after the 2016 election that the Russians didn't actually sway the election. Quote, "We assessed that Russian and criminal actors did not impact the recent U.S. election results. Criminal activity also failed to reach the scale and sophistication necessary to change election outcomes." But Obama just couldn't accept that. So he and his staff instructed intel agencies to cook up new reports to support Russia collusion. Quote, "After the meetings, Clapper's executive assistant emailed intelligence community leaders, tasking them to create a new intelligence community assessment per the president's request that detailed the tools Moscow used and actions it took to influence the 2016 election. Tulsi Gabbard described what she found as a conspiracy to subvert the will of the American people.
People need to go to jail. Look at this.
All right, come on, you're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair.
Yeah, this is getting a little out of control.
Tonight, the president has deported the cast of The View. Their show will be replaced by 4 hours of screaming goat videos. Not much of a difference there.
Come on, what's this shit? Random shit.
Breaking news tonight.
That
the
is
president
hilarious. Now this drives me nuts.
In Los Angeles,
people are just pieces of shit. You know, this is America, people. But these pieces of shits, man, I'm telling you. ICE agents ambush in LA, of course. Tow trucks stealing government vehicles mid-raid. This is next level insanity. In Los Angeles, tow truck drivers are now intentionally targeting ICE agents, stalking their vehicles during raids and towing them mid-operation while agents are detaining illegal immigrants. Watch, these guys are literally wait for the ICE to park, then swoop in and haul off their government vehicles. So when the agents come back, their cars are gone, and it's not a joke. It's not protest. It's criminal obstruction and grand theft auto. I did some digging and traced the tow truck in the video using the California Motor Carrier Permit, MCP number. It led me straight to airport towing out of my glasses. I can't read this. Is it better? Is that Conard, California? Can't read that. Holy crap, Oxford. Oh my God. They even tried scrubbing the number from Google, but too late. The logo and phone number on the truck match what's on their website. 805-385-3700. How about that for backwards doxing? Let's be clear. This isn't civil disobedience. This is potential grand theft auto against a federal enforcement agency. There's all the info, people. Just saying.
Apparently, in Los Angeles, the newest tactic to harass ICE agents is towing their vehicles while they're in the middle of detaining someone. Yeah, you heard that right. This is disgusting. Y'all check this video out.
So apparently there's a bunch of tow truck drivers in LA and around where ICE is raiding, and they're following around the ICE vehicles. And the ICE vehicles are often parking illegally so that they can go, kidnap people and drag them into their cars.
Wow.
So the tow truck drivers are following them, and the minute that they park, the tow trucks are towing the ICE vehicles away, so that when ICE agents come back, hauling their kidnapped victims, their cars are gone.
Now, after watching that, I did some digging, and guess what? I tracked down the company involved.
What a piece of shit, the person who was talking there first, not this guy. Kidnapping people. They were doing their job arresting illegal aliens, most of them criminals. What is it about the left and these illegal aliens? It drives me effing nuts.
Tonight, a potential blockbuster scandal from documents released by the Director of National Intelligence today. Fox News Digital reporting the Obama administration allegedly manufactured and politicized intelligence to create the narrative that Russia was attempting to...
I'm sure you heard enough of that. If you haven't heard from me, if you have, breaking news. Just saying. But these people all need to be in prison.
We'll give you a phone call.
Please, hey, the black car!
Get into the car. It's all right, man.
Please!
Get in the car.
You haven't shown me an ID. Who are you?
Homeland Security. Department of
Homeland Security?
What happens now?
This gentleman will go back to our processing facility where we have some detention cells. He'll go through kind of the immigration booking process. He'll get fingerprinted, and then we'll go through some of the case paperwork where a lot of the case is already written up. We already have the immigration warrant of arrest, and then he'll be served with the immigration paperwork to be presented before an immigration judge. We call it a notice to appear, and on this notice to appear, it's a form that kind of goes through and it outlines the charges, in essence, that he's facing. It'll say that, you're not a citizen of the U.S., you're a citizen of Mexico. It'll go through the status that he has, and then it'll also go through and list, because of such and such convictions, you are removable from the United States.
Kidnapping innocent people. United Spot.
Something just didn't sit right. So I grabbed the VP and we wrote a song about it. And the song goes like this. Nobody cares. Obama, you're an asshole. Lies and racism your whole life. Your legacy is pathetic. And a man calls himself your wife. Bartender, can I get a drink? Yes, you're an A-S-S-H-O-L-E. And don't you try to blame it on me. You deserve all the credit. You're an asshole tonight. You were an asshole yesterday. You're an asshole tonight. And I got a feeling you'll be an asshole the rest of your life. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't over. Hell, Obamagate is next on the chopping block. Yeah, you thought I forgot about you, but you f***ed around, and you're about to find out.
Yes, you are.
Promises made, promises kept. Trump 2024, baby. 2028, too. 4 more years. Let's make America great again. That's right.
You gotta love these guys. They're hilarious. Minneapolis mayoral candidate Omar Fatah wants to spend $400 million fighting racism because this country was founded on stealing from black people.
This country was founded on
yeah.
Nice. Maybe the speaker doesn't want to recognize, the president doesn't recognize that January 6th existed. And these men and women, they gave their lives. And the rest of them who didn't saved our lives. And why we can't internalize that in some way and put up a plaque that does some honor. You don't want to recognize, maybe the speaker doesn't want to recognize, the president doesn't recognize that January 6th existed.
As I was saying, let's see, I don't want to be on here all day.
From a 24-year-old, my dad was recently taken in one of those ICE raids, which means that he's currently in a detention center, and I don't know what's gonna happen. And obviously it's like weighing very heavily on me, but one thing I keep thinking about is just how much I would prioritize my goals, my careers, having a car. I would prioritize working so much, going to school so much, living with my roommate because I really wanted my independence and I had lived my whole life with my family. I was left with the clothing that I spent so much time picking out and working for. I was left with the car that I had spent so much time.
Yeah, I think she needs to go back to school. ICE raid in down California. What is it? Down California? Yeah. This is raw, uncut, unedited footage from the anti-Trump protest here in, you know what's funny? I actually have a video. There was an anti-Trump rally in Vero Beach. I should have downloaded it or uploaded it and put it on here. Oh, look at this.
I'm not saying you're a gay.
The build of your average Democrat. Look at this. Mental illness or genuine retards. Sorry. Look at this. Liberals are now reenacting El Salvador's prison system in Los Angeles. Do any of these people have jobs? Transgender runner sues Princeton for keeping him out of women's race. Why would they write her? All right, shut up.
Who went to P. Diddy freak-offs? Who hates white people the most? Who gives better head? Who has STD? Who drowned the chef?
That's funny.
Who hates America? Who has a bigger penis? Who was born in America? Who went to P. Diddy freak-offs? Who hates white people the most? Who gives better head?
I didn't realize it restarted. That's some funny shit. Every member.
So many amendments in the Constitution of the United States of America. I can only choose one. I can only choose one. I plead the fifth.
It's a mental illness.
Together we shine. It's a beautiful night. Celebrate love with every embrace. In every woman there's a sacred space. Let's raise our voices. Let them hear the joy in our hearts.
God, these people have problems. Anyway, that is enough for the day because I don't want to be here all day. So let me get rid of this. Move this around. Get rid of this. Yeah, because I am doing this by myself. I apologize if I'm taking forever to do stuff. But I got to do what I got to do. You already know. Let me replace this. Because I'm going to be saying adieu. So, thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, this is a common sense and a random shit show. So, it'll be some random shit here and there. Because it is what it is. Please like, share, subscribe, write me. I have my email is going to be in the description. So, if you want to email me, threaten me, do what you got to do. I'm right there. Just saying, I'll be waiting. I can fight. Just saying. Anyway, yeah, Monday. I'll see if I'll probably upload that video. I mean, I was driving I forgot where I was going, but and I saw these people with signs, and I didn't know what they were until I saw Veterans Against Trump, and I saw an American flag upside down, then right under it, the Palestinian flag, and I was like, oh, okay. Peacefully, though. I give them that respect. They were peacefully protesting, because we don't play that shit here in Florida. Just saying. If that would have gotten anything but peaceful, they would have learned really fast that they can't do that shit here. It is what it is. They don't play around. So, as I said, hope you somewhat enjoyed my show. Breaking news? No, but if you haven't heard it, it will be breaking to you. Sometimes it's breaking to me. I'm here to entertain you. That's why I'm here. Just to have fun on this early morning, because it is early. I understand that. Don't have a lot of followers, don't have a lot of subscribers. I've been doing this shit almost a year, but it's whatever. I'm going to keep doing it. So remember, Monday to Saturday, 6:30 a.m. If you want to watch later on, subscribe, follow, share. Most of the links are in the bottom little thingy down there. I forgot what it's called. I have to tip my tongue. See? What an idiot. All right, guys. Love you. Guys, have a great Sunday. Movie day tomorrow. Let's see what my wife and I are going to watch. There's this new show on AMC, by the way. It's called Nautilus. I think we only watched 2 episodes so far. We missed last week. I'll let you know how that's going. So far, it's pretty good. Yeah, I liked all that Captain Nemo stuff. It's pretty interesting. AMC doing something pretty cool. Anyway, love you guys. Stay tuned to Red, White, and Blue. Peace out. Yeah. Laters.